Before we begin today's episode, we would like to share a quick disclaimer. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by the hosts and guests on this podcast are their own personal views and are provided in their own capacity. All content is editorial, opinion based, and intended for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Silly Goose Society.
You almost did it again.
You
almost did it. You get that. You give me that.
There was a half second pause.
Full second pause. You give it a half second. It's your brain goes. Welcome back to the. In your brain you go blah. Fuck.
I think now it's been so yeah it's become a thing. It's I need to get over that real quick because I cannot do another year of thinking about the past like that.
Okay, I said it plenty of times on here. You can't enjoy a sunny day without some rainy ones.
True. We're having a lot of sunny days on this fucking whatever we call this
I'm
podcast.
pretty sure it's called a podcast.
Maybe. It's something. Oof. All right. Well, Kyle, I've been dying to talk about this for a long time, and today's the day.
Oh, God, you're going to talk about Stalingrad also?
No. Well,
Oh, God, just start.
Probably Stairs has some similarities in personality, maybe. I need to tell you about the greatest criminal mastermind that ever lived. And before you ask, it's not a person.
You have my attention. What's the Leonardo DiCaprio thing? You had my attention, but now you have my curiosity, or vice versa.
And I'm talking about, so this is an animal, and it's not even a particularly large animal. This creature that is roughly the size of a medium dog, has little tiny legs, looks like somebody crossed a skunk with a wolverine. The result, a complete and total absence of self-preservation instinct. And this little creature's name is Stoffel.
Oh, so I was about to say, as we're going down this one, it was like, it sounds like you're describing my first marriage here. So I was just like...
Yeah, Stoffel. Stoffel the honey badger.
Honey badger don't care. Honey badger don't give a shit.
Right.
Look at him, he's a little badass.
And let me tell you, over the course of roughly 20 years, he made one man's life a living but beautiful, chaotic nightmare. And he became...
A living, beautifully chaotic...
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ. So, why? It's just... Never mind. Proceed. Just...
Yeah. And in the course of his, little life, he has become internationally famous for it. And so this is the story of Stoffel. So
okay.
I need to back up, and for you to understand Stoffel, we need to understand honey badgers. Okay, so I did a little research about honey badgers, and the Guinness...
I told you, they don't care. They don't give no shits. They're a little badass. That's all you need to know about honey badgers.
They are. And side note, we always call my niece, she's definitely a honey badger in spirit. She has no fear of anything. But the Guinness Book of World Records has officially named a honey badger as the most fearless animal in the world. You need to understand this. They didn't name the lion, not the great white shark, not a crocodile. It was the honey badger. I mean, this creature, honey badger. You know what a honey badger looks like. They're like,
it's like a honey badger.
Yeah, barely a foot tall with stubby legs. Looks like he's wearing a toupee. That doesn't quite fit. They're weird looking little animals, but they're adorable.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, honey badgers genuinely do not process danger in the way normal animals do. No, seriously, it's with their brain chemistry. They have been documented attacking lions, buffalo, cobras, And not necessarily because they had to, it's just because the opportunity presented itself and they're just like, okay, you must die today.
They are the poster children for fucking around and making other people find out.
Exactly.
Because they're also pretty hardcore. There's one thing of being like brave, but also like you're just like, because like people always joke, it's like, oh, were the dodos really stupid or were they just brave? Because no, they were really stupid. It's like, you can be brave, but like still get your ass kicked. Like they're brave and they kick ass. So
exactly.
I can respect it.
So there's like the chunk of your brain that's dedicated to the fear response. The honey badgers are just running a different program. That center of the brain is doing something completely different than any other animal. It's like they are just constantly running like a to-do list of enemies. Their brain does not function like any other animal. The other thing to understand about their brain is proportionally they have enormous brains for their body size. And they are one of the only few animals on Earth that use tools, okay? So you need to understand all of this. And now we enter into Stoffel's story. So Stoffel was hand-raised by a farmer near the Kruger National Park in South Africa. And there was a wildlife conservationist by the name of Brian Jones who would basically become Stoffel's primary caretaker, his greatest fan, but also like, holy shit, what are you doing to me, man? And this is a direct quote. He said, I've had in my house hippo, rhino, brown hyena, spotted hyena, leopards, cheetah, lion. I've had the whole lot, but the honey badger, there's nothing near the honey badger. This man had an actual lion in his house, and the animal that broke him was this honey badger.
Oh, Christ.
So, basically, at some point, everyone that Brian and everyone that was on this farm in this reserve, basically they reached their limit because Stoffel had broken into the house. He literally one night he found the fridge. He laid down on his back, kicked the door open with his back legs, and helped himself to whatever was in the refrigerator. There's actual video of him doing some of this shit.
He took off more.
Yeah. He's just was like this little furry emperor. Like, bring me your food.
Bring me num-nums. I require nourishment.
So finally, they were like, oh, "We've got to do something." And I'm going to butcher this wildlife rehabilitation center's name, but I think it's Mohalo Wildlife Rehabilitation Center. So basically they were like, we are sending you Stoffel, and he's going to be your problem now.
It's the baby not wanted. They're leaving on the doorstep of the firehouse. Bye!
So this was like a 1,200 acre wildlife sanctuary, and initially he was allowed to kind of like roam freely. And there were other female honey badgers there at the time, and they thought, okay, he'll have some other of his kind, and he'll be fine.
He was not fine.
The other females, they eventually were returned to the wild, but Stoffel could not because he had imprinted on humans way too young, and he was way too comfortable around people. So he could not be returned to the wild. He was too dependent on people, but he was also very dangerous around people because he treated them like everything else in a honey badger's life. They were either a source of food or an obstacle that needed to be taken down.
Correction.
Yeah.
It was nourishment or correction.
Oh, right. So what do you do with a fully grown, fully chaotic, human-imprinted honey badger who could not go back to the wild?
Ooh, wait. That was the question on Final Jeopardy last night.
Yeah.
Hold on. I knew it.
You try to contain him, and this is where the story really begins. So we're going to go into like the lodge era of Stoffel.
Okay.
So let's see here at my notes here. So yeah, he was roaming the sanctuary very freely. But this, again, was not a peaceful time for anyone in the vicinity. So this nature preserve also sits next to a tourist lodge, and it's a very nice lodge, and people travel to South Africa just to stay at this lodge, and it's like a whole thing. Well, Stoffel, of course, found it, and they started getting frantic calls from like the kitchen staff and saying, hey, there's a wild animal. There's a honey badger in the kitchen, and he chased us out of the kitchen. And like he's just constantly helping himself to the food.
There's no way Princess Donut was not based off this fucking honey badger. There's no way Donut.
No.
Because I'm just sitting there and goes like, hey, there's this. God damn it, Stoffels.
God damn it, Stoffel.
There's no way.
So yeah, he had discovered that the lodge had better food than the sanctuary, and decided, hey, this was I don't care who's here. This is now mine. And he stayed. He would eat. He would come and go as he pleased, and really, like, the kitchen wasn't his only target. So he also would find his way into guest rooms, and he was really interested in what the guests would bring to them, because he would open their bags and their luggage and just get into anything that he was curious about.
Honey badgers are, or at least this honey badger, is a toddler.
Yes.
He is a toddler.
The other problem that Stoffel had, and this was back at the sanctuary, is that he not only made himself comfortable there, he also killed a lot. He would kill small deer. He would kill rabbits. He also killed an adult tawny eagle. Now, this was a full-grown eagle.
Fucking Christ.
And Stoffel had very, very deep opinions about the eagle and acted on them. And,
apparently.
Yeah. So they got to the point where they, Stoffel had to be contained. So Brian, his original keeper, and the team at the reserve built him about a 2.5 acre habitat with it had natural grass and trees, plenty of space, nice surroundings. Like, it was a real effort. Well, Stoffel broke out immediately, and he broke
almost
out
immediately,
and he had a bone to pick with a very particular animal, and that was a lion. So he had beef with one particular lion, and he would break out and go into the lion enclosure to fight one particular lion.
Mm-hmm.
He would do this over and over and over. And we need to really talk about this lion situation.
I'm all ears.
So, lions outweigh a honey badger
by a little bit.
Like 300 pounds, probably. Like
probably a lot more than that.
Yeah. So, eventually the lion absolutely just tore Stoffel a new ass. Mm-hmm. They really, he was mauled very badly. And Stoffel spent 2 months in a sanctuary's hospital clinic. 2 months he had to recoup from the ass whooping that he got from the lion that he picked a fight with for no reason.
Waiting, plotting.
Right. So
Drilling.
you would think that this experience would recalibrate something in his little brain. No. As soon as he got out of the hospital, he broke out and went straight back to the lion and picked another fight with the lion.
Like, hey, yo, Mufasa, I ain't hear no bell. Yeah. I don't know why he's got a fucking Brooklyn Italian accent, but hey, more Ron.
Yeah.
I ain't hear no bell. Let's go.
Yeah, and it's just like they were just exhausted. Every type of lock that they would put on his enclosure, he would figure out a way to pick it to undo that lock. It got to the point where they just set up cameras and started observing him because they were absolutely exhausted at trying to figure out how was he getting out, what was he doing, and what was his beef with the lion. And it didn't seem to be like, it wasn't food driven, it wasn't like territorial instinct. It was just like this, I'm going to finish what I started with you. And so they really got worried about Stoffel. And so they decided, okay, here's a solution. So they got Stoffel a girlfriend.
Ooh.
And her name was Hammy.
Hammy.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Who the fuck names these? Never mind.
No.
Stoffel? That better be some play on Mephistopheles. It makes sense, but like...
Yeah, I don't know why they named him Stoffel. I didn't see that in my research. But, yeah, so Hammy... They thought Hammy's presence would give Stoffel something to focus on rather than his beef with the lion. And, I don't think that was an unreasonable idea. Maybe Stoffel was just bored shitless and needed to have a girl to have fun with,
I guess so. Maybe that's like, listen, maybe it's just way too much pumped up. Fucking honey badger testosterone. Let him just... discharge a little bit here and there, see if it mellows them the fuck out.
Exactly. I think that was, it was a good idea. It was an effort. I'll just say this. It was an effort.
The effort was made.
Yeah. But what Brian did not account for was that Hammy was also a honey badger. And as it turns out...
equally doesn't give a shit.
Hammy had a type. And Hammy's type was chaotic escape artist with a grudge. Because as it turns out, they were perfect for each other.
Jesus Christ.
Because together, they were like the greatest challenge. Okay. So, Stoffel and Hammy would team up together to figure out how to unlock the locks. And there's video of like Stoffel like hoisting Hammy up because they ended up putting 2 locks on the gate. So he would hoist her up, she would do the first lock, he would get the second lock, and they would leave and they would go and again go to the lion to try to pick a fight with him. So this situation was not good. It was just, what do you do with 2 honey badgers that have teamed up? I don't know.
What do you do with Bonnie and Clyde honey badgers?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck do you do with that?
So it's just so funny because like you could see like his little like claws through the chain link fence, and just yanking at the bolts and trying to figure out how everything slides open and what do you do. It really is fascinating to see like how they were able to work out together and communicate with one another and how to undo the gate so they could get out.
When you see animals problem solving like that, it blows my fucking mind. When you see a wild animal showing intelligence like that, it's just go on, because I'll go forever with that.
So all of this gained the attraction of the BBC, and they sent a
hold on. Nope, never mind. British broadcast. Never mind.
Never mind. Not that. Yes.
Nope, never mind. I was like, I'll fix him out. Anywho.
Yeah, not that one. The television company. So anyway, yeah. So they they took a film crew out there, and
you're not making it easy. Jesus Christ!
I know, film crew. I know. I'm sorry. This is devolving here. Anyway, they got footage of like her working at the top latch, and then when she climbed up, she would push the wire off the top bolt and open it, and then Stoffel would then open the gate for her. So he would work out the bottom, then he would jimmy the gate open, but he would hold it open for her to get out. Like, they literally work in tandem.
Dead. He's holding the door for her and shit. He
goes,
wait a minute, she's out, you know?
Yeah, if a honey badger can show chivalry, men do better.
Yeah. We just picked the man or the bear. It's the fucking honey badger.
The honey badger, exactly. So everything they did, I mean, they would go to wrap extra wire around and make it harder, and just I'm using the wrong words here. But anyway,
I'm letting it. I'm just letting it.
Yeah,
go
just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah.
So anyway, the way that everything that was happened, it just gained a lot of international attention, because this was something truly quite amazing. And they would almost then start making puzzles to see if they could figure it out. Everything that they threw, they would figure it out. So finally, experiments are over, and they were just seriously, Stoffel is going to die. We have got to do something. So let's talk about Stoffel's Alcatraz years.
Stoffel Alcatraz years.
So then the local Rotary Club in that local area, they decided to do an act of genuine community service.
Okay.
They sponsored the construction of a proper brick enclosure for Stoffel and Hammy. They did high walls, smooth concrete. There were no gaps, no chain links, nothing to grab onto. And, Brian, I mean, literally, there's a video footage of him saying, your days are over, buddy, of escaping. Your days are over. Well,
listen here, buddy. I'm not your guy, buddy.
Right. So the first night Stoffel is in the enclosure, Brian got a call from the staff to say Stoffel was out.
Mm-hmm.
Brian was like, this is impossible. And they were like, nope. So what had happened is there were trees inside the enclosure, tall trees, but they were right in the middle. They were away from the walls, which they all thought, okay, the trees were too far for him to climb to the edge. Well, Stoffel climbed the tree, grabbed branches, and used the branches to build almost a ladder or a bridge over to a gap in the wall and walked out.
Because why wouldn't he?
Exactly. So then they cut down the tree in the middle of the enclosure. Okay, so Brian cut down every tree in the enclosure except those in the very, very, very center. And thinking, again, absolutely no way. So what did Stoffel do? He starts digging up rocks and rolled the rocks with his back legs across the enclosure to the wall and started stacking them up high enough that he could just step over the wall. He actually rolled rocks to the wall with his back legs and stacked them.
Jesus
now, mind
Christ.
you, this is an animal with no thumbs, tiny stubby legs, a brain the size of a tangerine.
What the fuck does he say? I'm thinking of a Russian guy in the beginning of John Wick 2. Just, you're fucking well. That's all I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just picturing this guy talking about honey badgers right now.
Yeah.
And Stoffel is John Wick. He's the John Wick of the animal kingdom.
I love Stoffel so much.
And a buddy comedy with Stoffel, and Sergeant Seawall. Seawall? I think it's Seawall, something like that one. You know what I'm talking
in
about.
Hollywood
Proceed.
get on that. Yeah, yeah. So then
Yes,
they go
please.
in and they
Just don't make
remove
it The Rock and
all
Kevin
the
Hart.
rocks. No. We've had enough of that.
Okay. Yes, no.
So they remove all the rocks from the enclosure, right? And they're just absolutely just fucking exhausted with this animal. And so there was the rake incident.
The rake incident.
So at some point, a keeper had accidentally left a garden rake inside the enclosure and just forgot it there. It was an honest mistake. Well, Stoffel picked up the rake, carried it to the wall.
Because why wouldn't he?
Propped it up against the wall and like carefully adjusting it to it was like at the right angle and everything, and he climbed it. And there were animal behavior experts who watched this footage, said they were just genuinely startled because not just because he used the rake, but it was like because of how he used it. He balanced it. He would go back and kind of like look at everything, and then he would adjust its position. He treated it like a person would adjust a ladder, right? You know, making sure that it's steady, that it can get to where, you know, you want to go. And it was like he was just calculating everything.
That's fucking.
So all of this
that's
is
terrifying. It's awesome, but that's kind of terrifying.
So all of this, listen, all of this is just a warm up for his greatest masterpiece.
The guy goes fucking what 2-3 rounds with a goddamn lion.
Right.
All the other it just now the rake. This is leading up. This is the pregame. This is all
leading up. Yes.
This is my drink order. They haven't even brought my appetizers and my entree yet. Proceed.
So Brian then, they remove all the trees. They remove all the rocks. They make sure that there is absolutely nothing. They re-smooth the walls. They made it higher. They did everything that they could do to make sure that Stoffel did not have any escape route. Well, what do you think he did?
Got spoons and started fucking tunneling.
Close. He then started making mud balls.
Oh, Christ.
He collected mud from the ground and packed it into balls with his little paws, carried the mud ball to the wall and stacked them and built like this compressed mud ramp.
Jeez, my brother in Christ.
Now this honey badger invented construction for his mankind, for his badger kind.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just think about it. Like he has no thumbs.
How long ago was this and in what country? Because it's not recent U.S. There's no way.
No. This was in South Africa.
Okay, so all right.
Yeah, South Africa. And it's like, but at this point, it may be, I don't know, 15 years ago that all happened.
Listen, I just knew it wasn't the U.S. because I'm sorry. Let's just put it this way. The U.S. would not have put up with this shit. There ain't a fucking sanctuary or zoo that would have put up with it. There's not one. Not a one here in the U.S. I say it with my whole chest. Even 15 years ago, not a chance in hell would anyone. It was like, fucking put him down. Like, I'm not dealing with this shit. It would have made it to the sanctuary. The person would have dropped it.
It's so remarkable, though. Like, he's using raw earth materials to make architecture to solve a structural problem. Think about that.
Exactly. He's doing civil engineering.
Right.
Like, it's just that's problem solving. That is such a level of intelligence that is very unique. It's those 1 in a million shots that like a fucking human can get it. Like,
yeah,
that determination to keep that just like that. Yeah, that tinkering, that problem solving.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
So then they decided to take a drastic step. And this is kind of where the truce happened. They formed a truce because they finally installed an electric fence. And
It took them this long.
yeah, so and that's where the truce kind of landed is an electric fence. After double locks, wire reinforcements, smooth brick walls, removing trees and rocks and tools, and watching Stoffel respond to each of these, inventing new solutions, finally the answer was electricity.
It better have been the most fucking expensive electric fence in the world, because all the money they spent on everything else before just putting an electrified fence. And I thought it was already there and he was just kind of working around it, because like almost every zoo I've been into, the fucking otter exhibit has like a little bit of like a little electric wire to it goes pop. It just kind of pops them a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but you have to remember, like, these are like nature reserves. So
That's right, he's not in a zoo. Never mind.
It's not a zoo.
I thought he was in a zoo.
No, he's in like a wildlife. Like their thing is, either protect, conservation, or
yeah. Okay,
try to rehabilitate to go back into the wild.
I don't know why I thought he was in a zoo.
Yeah, no.
I'm just picturing him in like an enclosure, and I'm like, why are they doing this? Why are they not?
But for Stoffel, they did have to like install almost like a zoo enclosure for him for his own good, because again, they were trying to get him to not go into the, and I forget, I remember reading, and I don't have it in my notes here, the enclosure that they finally put him in was like this concrete, and it was like down in the ground. So,
they put him in a hole.
He had to climb up. Yeah,
Jesus
basically
Christ.
this concrete hole. It was like, that's why I said it was like Alcatraz. But they had moved this, I forget how many miles away from the lions. Like in different times they tried to move him to different locations further and further away from the lions. And every time he'd break out, he would go straight for the lion. For one particular lion, he would go for that one lion. And so they did all this to basically try to save his life. Because, like, they couldn't keep him, like like Brian or the zookeepers couldn't keep him inside because he was just a menace. Like, everything, so the only thing to do was put him in an enclosure for his own good. But, Stoffel had other ideas.
Jesus Christ.
So, yeah. Basically, Stoffel became famous. There was again, the television company from Europe, England, the BBC. There was a documentary, Honey Badgers, Masters of Mayhem, and featured him prominently. And there are clips of him and, trying to do his escapes. And literally, if you just YouTube Stoffel, you will see all of this. It's absolutely amazing to see him in action. And one of the good things that came out of Stoffel and his story and all of his antics is because he pretty much became an ambassador for this wildlife reserve. Mm-hmm. And they were able to raise a lot of money just from Stoffel's story. Okay. So, through the chaos, even though he literally drove everyone crazy, he raised a lot of money for good. Okay. So, the chaos did pay off.
Which is all you can hope for, right?
Yeah. And so, and I checked to make sure Stoffel is still alive.
Hell yeah.
He is now 27 years old. He's considered a geriatric badger. And they said, he's slowed down considerably. He spends a lot of his days napping instead of trying to escape. They said he does still love to get into mischief. Hammy is still his partner in crime. They are still together, and they're doing wonderfully. They're thriving and living a ripe old retirement, I guess you could say, honey badger retirement.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the story of Stoffel.
Honey badger retirement.
Yeah. The most fearless animal in the world. Finally retired, napping in South Africa with his girl. I mean, what more can you ask as a honey badger?
That's the life, man. He's out there living. He won.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that he ain't living it.
I know. Could you imagine, though, like, you're a guest at that resort and you wake up and there's like a honey badger getting in your shit?
I'd be fucking terrified. Listen, I'm gonna be fucking terrified off there if I just see a honey badger. Like, I like to think I'm a relatively, brave humanoid.
I would love to know what the beef was with the lion, though.
He was just a dick.
It was with it just the thing that gets me so tickled is it was with one particular lion. He just had a burr up his ass about this one lion and would just make a beeline right to that thing.
It's probably some weird goddamn dogs. It might be some form of like deep primal wiring, like
yeah. And I just would love to know what was going through his little brain. He's like on the brink of death in a hospital for 2 months. For 2 months recuperating from being mauled. And the very first thing he does when he gets out of the hospital is go back.
First thing he does, he goes back, so I'm gonna fight that fucking lion. Valhalla awaited, honey badger Valhalla. That's what it is. He's a Norse. Right? He's a Norse honey badger.
Right.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah. So, everyone go and look up Stoffel, and there's a Facebook page for Stoffel. Of course there is.
You shitting me? I'd be shooketh to my core if there wasn't.
And they still give updates every so often about Stoffel and how he's doing. But yeah, the videos of him are just funny. They're just so wild. But ever since I learned about this honey badger and his freaking name, Stoffel, like, of course this chaotic menace would be named Stoffel. What a legend. Just a fucking legend.
Fucking ledge.
Yeah.
I got that as a fucking ledge, man. It could have been worse. The name could have been like a human name is given to an animal. That's just it's fucking funny. Like,
yeah.
Name him after some shit.
That's like LSU's tiger is called Mike.
Yeah, like what? Come on.
That cracks me up.
But even, okay, yeah, it's funny to say, tiger, I was like, because even like Frosted Flakes, Tony the Tiger, it's the TT, it's a long E noise, so like, that's okay. Because Tony's already a nickname for Anthony, so it's like, if it was like Anthony the Tiger, that's a different fucking story.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Tony, Billy the Badger, that's okay.
Yeah.
That'd have been fine. But fucking stop. Like, yeah, fucking Kevin or some shit.
And Hammy. Stoffel and Hammy. My goodness.
Hammy.
So, yeah.
Badger and Clyde, man. I'm telling you.
So, you probably had no clue where this story was going at any given point.
I didn't know what story was happening as it was. Just, all right, I got a story for us. All right, cool. Let's go for it. And I was picturing I genuinely thought it was going to be another like a haunting one or a true crime or whatever it was. I wasn't expecting it's like, yo, let's hear about this fucking like psychotic marsupial for a second.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite animal stories ever of just about any animal is Stoffel the honey badger.
Hell yeah. I gotta get the story of oh gosh, I looked it up too. We talked because it was killing me. Sergeant Seawash.
Oh, okay.
Is the Marine Corps duck from World War II. Yeah,
Yes.
Sergeant Seawash.
Yeah, didn't he fight a chicken?
Kill the Japanese chicken.
Yeah.
Kill the oh my god, at the fucking Battle of Tarawa. Everyone, rightfully so. There's
Didn't
a
he
lot
get a
of
medal for it?
He did.
He did. Yeah.
Well, first off, it's a duck, and it actually it received and worked through the ranks of the United States Marine Corps in World War II to the rank of fucking sergeant. I shit you not. It was the quickest and spark note story of Sergeant Seawash. It was a duck that was won by a bunch of Marines from the 2nd Marines in World War II in like New Zealand or Australia or wherever it was, right? That's what the staging area was for the bunch of the Pacific. They won it at a bar, and like they are just like they're taking their shirts off everyone's backs there, right? The Marines are just kicking everyone's ass, and the guys just, and then the fucking, it's like a farmer or something. There's just like, I don't got any money left. I got this duck, and the Marines are looking at each other, like, I'm gonna win this fucking duck. And sure shit, it's exactly what they did. It's like like I swear to God, they do it, and it's like, she was enlisted or whatever the fuck, because it was a she. She was like enlisted and whatever, so that she did that, and technically, if you were a Marine, that is like you're United States government property, and like you can't be so like she wouldn't be killed and cooked and eaten or anything like that when she was a United States Marine. Like it was government property, property of the United States, right?
Oh my
God! It took place in the Battle of Tarawa, rightfully so. One of the, if you think of the Battle in the Pacific, you think of like the big points like Pearl Harbor, Midway, Iwo Jima, Okinawa, the massive. So Iwo Jima is probably one of the most proclaimed of like the worst and deadliest amphibious landings, just because that is. I remember if it was the first battle or it was the only battle where Allied casualties were higher than access. So we had more dead and wounded by the end of Iwo Jima than the Japanese did. We had more to doesn't matter. But the Battle of Tarawa was it was one of the first ones. It was very early in the war. It was one of the bloodiest, the worst ones, because it was like, we didn't know what to expect. We didn't know how the Japanese were going to be fighting. So it was like it was arguably the deadliest, most horrific, one of the hardest landings. And this fucking duck took part in it. Literally stormed the beaches of Tarawa on like one of the first landings of it. And as they're, kind of going through it all, things like that, just some of the animals on the island and the beaches. Yeah, it was like a Japanese like rooster or a chicken or something like that. Picked a fight, and fucking the goddamn duck killed the Japanese rooster. Killed a couple of like Japanese animals. So like has a fucking kill count. It's insane.
Oh, what was the duck's name? What was it, Sergeant?
Sergeant Seawash. Siwash. Seawash.
Wow.
Yeah, it's one of the most ridiculous. Yeah, there's Sergeant Seawash. I don't remember, but there was like a lance corporal like bear in like the Polish army in World War II.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, yeah.
It's nuts. I love ridiculous animal, like insanely badass animal stories like that.
I saw a thing on Instagram a couple days ago. They it's like one of these little history blurbs, and they were talking about like how in World War II they released a lot of cats into the foxholes to kill the rats.
Yep, 1,000,000%. They started that in World War One.
But they ended up becoming more of like comfort animals for the soldiers, and they would adopt them, and like they became like part of the troops, because they became so integral to like the mental health.
They actually started deploying veterinarians. There was like so many animals just throughout this, and so like there's so many stories of like dogs, just like stray dogs, through all these different areas and war torn,
Yeah.
throughout the war. So there was that one. Like I said, they would actually, they would bring cats like that to, exactly to clear out. Like I said, to my knowledge, that started in World War One just because of just the rats in the trenches and shit like that one.
Yeah.
So they were kind of used to clear out, the vermin, if you will. It just ended up like hanging around. And in your downtown, I was like, oh shit, it's a cat. That's fucking cool.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, it's a person. That's kind of whatever. You know what I mean?
I remember, and I can't remember if it was. I'm pretty sure it was a cat. They I don't know if it was like it was a Navy thing. I think it was like a Navy thing. Anyway, they adopted a cat, and somehow they ended up having to make like I guess like a card. There was like a certain enlistment card, like, but so, and they have to do like a physical on every soldier, and I just remember seeing the thing, and it was like hair color, it was like orange. Like, it was just like all these questions, and finally it was just like, it's a cat. Like
it's a cat. It's like this. It's like the scene of fucking in Hot Fuzz. Can you describe it? Well, it's a swan. So like, can you describe it? Well, it's a cat. Like,
right. That was funny, but there's animals are one of my other favorite animal stories, and this has nothing to do with war. Was the elephant who they killed this woman who was over like this poaching empire.
Okay.
And the elephants killed her. Mm-hmm. And then they traveled, I don't know how many miles it was, to her funeral. Mm-hmm. Crashed the funeral and stomped the living shit out of her corpse. They were so mad at this woman.
Fucking elephants, remember, man.
# Team Elephant.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And that's when everyone learned that elephants are from the north. The north remembers, and so do fucking elephants.
Elephants, yeah. But there's so much more going on with animals that I think people give credit.
One more animal war story that I remember. There was a oh fuck, what the fuck kind of a dog was it? It was like a shepherd mix, like a collie shepherd or a shepherd husky kind of thing. It was Chips. Chips the warhound. Chips the war dog, I think it was called, something like that one. The bloodhound, they called it. No, it wasn't an actual bloodhound. Was one of the infantry divisions. I think it was the U.S. 3rd Infantry Division. In the Italian campaign. So it was like in Sicily or what? I think it was pretty early on in Sicily. I think it was just one of the wild dogs that the division just kind of adopted, but they got so close to the troops. By itself, single-handedly, pawedly, whatever. Fucking the originator of the Paw Patrol attacks a German machine gun nest.
Oh God.
And forces the enemy to retreat.
Nice.
There's like two. So in a machine gun nest, there's usually three. There's a spotter, there's a shooter, and there's like the ammo guy kind of thing. So there's about 3 people in this nest. Runs up and attacks it, kills one of them, and the other 2 fucking run away.
Nice.
Swear to God, yeah. Chips the battle hound or something like that. It's got a great fucking name. Yeah.
Fucking hellhound.
Literally took out a fucking machine gun nest in Sicily. Killed a German soldier in Sicily.
Jesus.
Love it.
I love badass animals.
Don't you, Jess?
Yeah.
It's not the actual origin of the Paw Patrol. I just thought it would be kind of funny. It goes like, Paw Patrol's out there kicking ass. Oh, that's not the actual. I don't fucking know. Paw Patrol's Canadian or some shit. I don't fucking know.
I was like, oh, that's fascinating. That's great. Like, there's an actual reason behind Paw Patrol.
Yeah, it's a great fucking show. That's the goddamn reason behind Paw Patrol. Paw Patrol. It's a catchy goddamn. That's a catchy goddamn tune.
Well, Only maybe second to Bluey.
No, listen. I've said it once, twice, 100 bajillion times. Bluey's an adult show. Cosplaying is a children's show. That show is for the adults.
Bluey is that is an amazing cartoon. I watch it.
Thank God it's only like 7 or 9 minutes long an episode.
Yeah.
Like anything more than that, you're fucked, mate.
Oh man,
fucked.
some of those episodes are rough. Like I have like ugly cried at a few of them.
Oh, there's two that get me all the time. I mean, a lot of them get me, but the two that gets me is the episode with the granddad. The episode when they first have the it's that last scene. Oh my God, that was ages ago. Nah, it was just yesterday, and it like there's Chili and her father having that moment. It was just yesterday, and it like it like turned into like the little thing where like it fades, and she's like the little girl again. And I'm like, oh God,
yeah.
Oh, I cannot begin to describe.
Yeah.
How much that one tears me up so much.
Was that the one you watched with your dad?
With my father. The very first time I saw that episode, I was on the couch at my parents' house. This was like the second or third time I've ever like seen that was the first full episode I sat down and watched. I was like, oh, it's the kids show. Yeah, I know I sound like a terrible parent here. Yeah, just throw the TV on. You don't really pay attention.
Yeah.
Most of the time if it's like screen time or whatever with the kids, specifically with small, because they're gonna want to get up and play and do things, and then
yeah.
That was the first time I sat on the couch and watched it, and it was that episode. And yeah, we were back in Connecticut visiting my family, and I'm sitting on the couch with my dad, and oh God, it's killing me watching this one. And then I just kind of look over, and because I sit on my peripherals, my dad's just like looking over at me, and then sitting in between us is Luna. So it's like sitting to it, and then like looking down and seeing and then like he wasn't okay, and he had to like walk out of the room.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you asshole! And, oh yeah, no. But even now to this day, like it just, like I said, like Luna just a couple of days ago was Luna's birthday, and I'm just like, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that episode, that one, and one of the later episodes, they're like, they never talk about it like what it is or whatnot. It's a couple. They do like a little mini arc where it's like 3 episodes in a row, where they're on vacation, wherever the hell it is. And, they're at the beach and whatnot. And the first episode is about like Chili just like trying to relax and like unwind, and like, Mom, it's okay to relax, like you don't have to like be the mom and like the worker and like the fixer and all this. Like, you can just relax and whatever the hell it is, and she just can't. So the whole base was around that one, but it's the one after that. They're just like on the beach, and it's like early on it's like almost like the opening scene of the episode. The dad's just like sitting there, and he's just like 1,000-yard stare, like out to the ocean. And the kids are doing something, they're talking to him, and he's just like staring there and doesn't do anything. And he like, whoa, like snaps out of it. Oh yeah, no, what? No, everything's fine, everything's okay. And then later on in the episode, it goes, oh, when you're doing something, I forgot what the word is, like, oh, when you're upset about something or whatever the hell it is. When your thoughts are going crazy. I forget exactly how they word it.
Mm-hmm.
But, one of the kids is, like, going through something in the episode. Like, they're getting really angry because they can't do anything, or they're sad they can't do anything. They're having big feelings, like, they're anxious and sad and angry and so on and so forth. And, like, oh, you got to grab it from here, and you grab it. So they grab, Chili's telling whichever one it is, like, oh, you grab it from, behind this ear, boop, and behind this ear, boop, and they're laughing or whatever. Now we take all this stuff, and we put it in a ball, and we throw it out, and blah, blah, blah. So that kind of stuff. That's right. And he goes, yeah. And then the last thing you see is, like, it happens, like, another, like, 1 or 2 times where, like, the dad is just, like, staring out. Like, you don't know, he's just there. He's always the goofy one.
Yeah.
He's got his goofy moments, but every now and then he's just, like, locked in. Like, he literally just saw a ghost kind of a thing, right? And it's like the last shot where they're all there, like, oh, yeah, that's how you do, kiddo. And they all go, all right, well, let's go, whatever. They all run off. And the dad's just standing there staring out in the ocean. And he starts doing the thing, like, pulling out, like, his worries and, like, his whatever. Like, he, like, no one's around. He's, like, doing the thing of, like, taking his worries and his sad, like, all of it. And he just, yeah. Oh, he, like, really, like, yeah, like, throws it. And I was just like, stop it right now, you cartoon canine. Yeah. What are you doing? I'm never okay with that, because they never say what it is.
Yeah.
And they don't lead up to it like a couple of episodes. It's not like there's some big overarching thing like he's worried about work or bills. They never
Right.
say what it is. They're just on. All I know is they do back-to-back episodes where it's like the mother's having like the hardest time with just like relaxing and unwinding and like being present in a moment like that and like leaving their crazy life away and just having vacation time.
Yeah.
And then the next episode they're doing the same exact thing with the father.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you know, you see so many similarities and I'm like, fucking stop. You're a cartoon dog.
I think it's so important though because they, you know, they're teaching little kids like grown-ups have big feelings too. Like you have big feelings, we all have big feelings, and this is, you know, how you can cope with those big feelings. I think it's a good message.
Yeah, it is. And it's not because it breaks down on such a level that like I forgot what it was. There was a couple of there was one of the episodes Bingley's having some thing where she's really sad and she's upset about something. She feels like she screwed something up. And then Chili tells her, like, you know, I sit down, I have a cry, I stand back up, I brush myself off, and, you know, more or less, like, it's okay to be upset. When you get frustrated, you can get a little overwhelmed, cry, shake it off, and keep going kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
Fucking Luna does that. Like, and, like, she says the steps, like, the episode, too, where she's like, I've caught her doing it a couple of times. Where she won't like actually cry. She'll like in the show. She was like, I have a little cry, meh, right? She was like, I don't know, trying to help put dishes away. Let's say, right? She kept like dropping the fork, putting the fork, whatever. She was doing something. She kept messing up doing something.
Yeah.
That she was trying to do. She was getting frustrated, and so she would tell me like, I'm getting frustrated or whatever. It's okay. He goes, do you need to just take a second? She goes like, yeah, and she just like sit down. Have a little cry, and she goes, pick myself up, brush myself off, and keep going. And she went right back to just. I was just like,
goodness!
Why are you doing this to me?
The
sweetest
thing.
I'm just trying to put balls away, like not have an epiphany. It's ridiculous. I hate it. I hate it, and I love it.
Well, look at this.
That's my mama.
Look at this. Look at the time. Look at
us.
Look at us getting it under control. Getting under an hour and a half. Hey, listen. I'm not promising we're never going to have hour and a half episodes, but we're trying our damnedest.
Listen, I'm still trying to cut some other shit I want to talk about too. I'm doing my best to just scythe out a bunch of information because there's no way. There's a couple coming up that I was like, I'm shooketh to my core that I was able to get Stalingrad down as much as I could.
Yeah, you did well. You did well on that.
Fucking proud of myself for that one.
Yeah, the key is just to turn the mic on and just let you go. when it's like a subject you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Because if I sidetrack you, we will be there for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I can't sidetrack you.
No. And
I
genuinely think what happened was actually like having like actually physically writing out like bullet pointed notes like in order.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think that's it. We're going to call it. You guys know what to do. Thank you so much for listening. Share, like,
if you don't,
all
we'll
the
send
things.
Stoffel the waffle stealer at you.
Right. We're going to send Stoffel after your ass. Be a honey badger. Do the things. And tell people about us. Like, share episodes. Get the word out. Help us reach more and new ears. That's the greatest thing you can do for us. But other than that, I got nothing else. See you next week. Bye.
Honk.